Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get together live here on Facebook, Monday through Saturday, where we examine headlines from our city, from our state, our country. We occasionally listen to music, we occasionally rant, and we occasionally rave. And we take a look at your comments, your ideas, your suggestions, just to see how we can best enjoy ourselves in our city, Puerto Vallarta, as a community of English speaking locals. What a pleasure it is to get together with you today because we are in October. It is that time of year which we start getting excited about the upcoming fall season and winter season. We start hearing from a lot of friends that are saying, well, we're about to head back and so forth and so on. So today we're going to have some news. Today should be classified as the Hurricane and Bad Guys show as far as the news is concerned. But later on, we're going to play a game today. We're going to play a game in which we're going to give our, what do you call them? Our Snowbird friends a bit of a helping hand. And I'll explain that in a second. But first, as always, let's welcome anyone that is joining us for the first time live here on Coffee and Headlines. If that is your case, just feel free to write the word new in your comments, and we will give you a nice little welcome. If you have something truly important that you wish to share with us or that you wish to have a reaction on or an answer for, please add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment. So, do we have everything? Yes. Are we ready to go? Yes. Did it take some effort to get here this morning? Yes. I saw a comment from someone scrolling by. Yes, it was Paula, who said, goodness, it took a lot of effort to get here. I hear you. I don't know why, but I had a late start this morning. So let's get started with the news, and we'll take it from there. Okay, let's close this chapter with Hurricane Orlene, which continued its path along the Pacific Ocean and finally reached land in the state of Sinaloa as a Category 1 hurricane. So it got cranky and more dangerous, but fortunately, as it reached land, it diminished in power, and that was it. The hurricane's gone. As is usually the case, El Tuito and Vallejo Sierras protected Banderas Bay from Orlene, registering a few sprinkles here and there and a little bit of waves locally, but fortunately, that was pretty much the end of that. Again, it's better to be safe than sorry. I did happen to watch some footage from El Tuito up in the Sierra, of course, where the winds were quite noticeable. But the good thing about us here in Banderas Bay is that all the surrounding mountains protect us for the most part. We are not immune, but we are very sheltered, and that is a good thing. No damages were reported in Nayarit either, with the exception of a couple rivers where water flow increased slightly, making people concerned. But again, fortunately, it did not amount to much more than that. Of course, hurricane season is not over yet, and a new tropical storm has been reported out in the Pacific Ocean. Hello, Pain. Pain is the name. Fortunately, Pain won't be a pain as it's way out in the ocean and it's headed away from the Pacific coast. But what about other hurricanes? What about damages caused by other hurricanes, rather? It's been about a month since Hurricane K paid us a visit, and there were some waves, and the Malecon in the friendliest city in the world is still a little busted or bruised rather, which makes me think how challenging it must be for our city to keep track of all the things that need to be repaired, because everywhere you go there's always something broken that needs to be fixed. And of course nobody wants people to come back to Puerto Vallarta to see our Malecon in a state of neglect. Hopefully, the authorities will do something about that. Now, it is that time of year, and state health authorities have announced the arrival of flu shots to protect us against, well, the flu during the upcoming winter months. And authorities are hoping to apply the vaccines in as much as 70% of the population before December 31, although the flu shots will be available throughout the region until March 2023. You can get your shot at the local IMSS and ISTE hospitals and also at health centers throughout the region. And what about COVID, you may ask? Well, according to Undersecretary Hugo Lopez Gatell, we are back to where we started at the beginning of the pandemic, with a very insignificant number of COVID cases throughout Mexico. That said, the state's health board has not announced any modifications to the current sanitary guidelines, which still call for us to wear face masks and keep reasonable distance from other people in any type of public transportation. So that's a hurricane and a little bit of vaccine news. And now let's talk about a couple of bad guys. For all the announcements that our government has made about tracking down corrupt members of the past, it seems that procedure has finally paid off, at least in a couple of instances. A former health secretary in the state of Jalisco has been sentenced to prison for 9 years, fined almost 22,000 pesos, and expected to return almost 6 million pesos worth of money spent questionably during his administration. This is for the state of Jalisco. And locally, the former director of urban development here in Puerto Vallarta, while Arturo Dávalos was our mayor, has also been linked to abuse of authority, and now he's being charged and going through due process. So it may take a while for karma to catch up with some of these people that don't behave nicely and that abuse their privilege as members of the government, but it seems as though they get busted sooner or later. And that, my friends, is a good thing. Let's take a look at the weather. Oh my goodness. Kim Jong-un fired that missile over Japan because he doesn't want people to forget he's an evil dictator too. Okay, well, that's good to know. 27 degrees right now, feels like 30. Humidity is at 79. And our temperature in Fahrenheit degrees is 81 degrees. Our weather forecast for today will have rain in the afternoon with a high of 29 and a low of 24. Tomorrow, Wednesday, possible light rain in the evening with a high of 29 and a low of 23. And on Thursday, possible light rain in the evening with a high of 31 and a low of 23. And now, before your comments, we play a game. If you want to play a game. This is another one of those fill-in-the-blank games that we play from time to time, but this is a new one, and it goes like this. You know how we're supposed to be, or we are a broadcast that is targeted to locals, English-speaking locals, but we have a lot of friends that go away for the summer months, or go away while it's hot, or go away to Canada to renew their their health situation over there, whatever. And while our friends are gone, there's things that happen here in town. You know, Puerto Vallarta does not die just because a lot of expats choose to go away or a lot of snowbirds choose to snowbird away. But invariably, the time comes for all our friends to come back. And while they're gone, we're thinking about them and we miss them and we think, oh my God, so and so would really want to see this when thinking about things that are new. But then our friends arrive and they ask us, what's new? What did I miss? And that's where we draw a blank. Well, let's not draw a blank and let us participate in a little game that I am calling What Did I Miss? Let us pretend that we are at the airport and we are welcoming our friends that are just coming back. And I ask the question, what did I miss? What has happened in Puerto Vallarta during the last 6 months that our friends may not know about, may want to learn about, new restaurants, new offerings, and so forth and so on. So I look forward to seeing your comments about this, and let me see if I can think of something that friends may have missed. Well, there's new restaurants everywhere. There's new roads that have been fixed. Like I go out walking towards the Rio Quale quite a bit, and the road now looks quite lovely. So feel free to throw in some comments that you may have about things in your neck of the woods here in Puerto Vallarta that our expat snowbird friends may enjoy upon arrival. Meanwhile, I will rewind my comments and start looking at what you're up to this morning just to see who's here and what you're doing. I see a lot of good mornings as always. And again, Paula, you totally made me laugh with that one because I have days like that. But I'm glad that you're here joining us. Oh, let's have happy music for this. Hold on. There is happy music. Okay, so moving right along. Meggie, as in Peggy, sent me a private message saying she spotted an amigurumi book and she thought about me. Of course, amigurumi is that Japanese inspired crochet trend that is making little stuffed creatures using crochet. I've never been good at doing that, but there are a lot of people that love that kind of stuff. Lona wishes she was in Puerto Vallarta. Well, if you were in Puerto Vallarta, you would notice that some things are new, but my mind is a blank. Hopefully the cluster will help us all come up with some good lists of things that are new. Karen is counting. We're putting things together for you, Karen. Today is all about you. Betsy Ann says, muchas gracias, Paco, for yesterday's music lesson. I look forward to attending live lectures. See, you see, this is an experiment. I love it. I love it because we do this here at Coffee and Headlines. And when we talk about music, the big difference when we do it live than when we do it here in Coffee and Headlines is that in the confines of a space, a private space, be it a theater or a classroom or whatever, we can play music examples and watch music videos without having YouTube get on our case. So that is what we will look forward to. Oh, there you go. What did you miss? Well, we had a wonderful set of music appreciation encounters through Coffee and Headlines during the summer, and something you can look forward to in the fall and winter is in-person music appreciation get-togethers with yours truly. Let's see. Kathleen Harding says 5 weeks from today, I will be watching from Puerto Vallarta. Not really counting yet, but Kathleen is probably wondering what has she missed. So let's have some good answers for her. Let's have some good answers for Michal, who's almost here. And also for Kathy Souza. Let's see. And for Ramona, of course. Look at all these counters. I love it. I love it. Kimberly has just arrived. Congrats. Michael, I took a peek at Bravo's from the window yesterday. I was in the neighborhood and I thought to myself, I'm going to sneak over to Bravo's and take a photograph. But unfortunately, you were closed. Well, not unfortunately. Your staff needs a well deserved break, and I forgot that you close on Mondays. But I looked through the window and it looks beautiful. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, that's a good one. Thank you very much, Mateo. Work began on the second terminal at the airport. This is true. So, people will not land on the new terminal just yet, but this is one of the things that is new. This is another one. Thank you very much, Linda. What a great suggestion. El Rio Barbecue got another lease. And yes, we're going to have them for another year. This is absolutely fantastic. Gina opened a third restaurant. That is true as well. And of course, this is just down the street near Colonia Versalles on Francisco Villa. And I'm talking, of course, of chips and chicks. No, white wings, fried chips and wings, fried wings and chicks, something like that. I forget right now. What else do we have? You just missed that they went into break again and postponed the meeting at City Hall. Guess they have some more things to deal with scandal-wise. Yes. Oh, that's right. Oh, I see what you mean. Michael, that the city is dealing with the envelope scandal, and they were supposed to have a meeting today. But according to Michael, they postponed the meeting again. Ooh, escándalo. Heather says, what did you miss? You missed earthquakes. This is true. We had earthquakes this summer. More earthquakes this summer than we've had in a long time. Let's see. Oh, this is new. Yes, there's a new Vietnamese restaurant opening where Poblanos was. I haven't talked about this because Michael didn't tell me that I could or should. But Michael sold Poblanos during the summer. And now there's going to be, or maybe it is, Randall, has the new Vietnamese restaurant opened yet? If it has, do let us know. Or maybe it's going to open in the near future. If you guys have some details, it would be great to know. Michael says, lots of improvements to Isla Rio Cuale. Let me ask you this, Mike. Is it worth going and doing another walk along the isla? We haven't done that in a while. If you guys want to see a new walk along the Isla Rio Cuale, just write the word Isla in your comment. It's been a while since we've explored it. Do let me know. What else? Happy music should play every day, says Mateo. Well, Mateo, I need to remember to put it on, and sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. But one thing that you're not aware of that is a good thing about having happy music is that it prevents me from getting ugly. David says, did I miss Santa Barbara getting repaired? No, you did not, David. It has not been touched at all. At least not that I know of. Mateo says Sheraton got in hot water for not allowing post-quake inspection. This is true. That was a little escándalo of its own. Oh my God, this is definitely new, and I saw it with my own eyes. Yesterday, the eyesore building near the park, near Lázaro Cárdenas Park, is getting a facelift after many years. Apparently, they're going to make it look pretty. I hope, or I suppose, it's still sound. The foundation of the building is still usable, and you are absolutely correct. They are now really going at it with lots of enthusiasm. What did you miss? You missed a crocodile beach. A crocodile behind your beach chair, says Ronald. Oh, that's true. This summer, we seem to have a lot more crocodile incidents that we've reported in the past. I don't know if that is because we didn't pay attention before or what. More feedback from yesterday. Jose always has been one of my favorite. What a loss. What a beautiful voice. Thank you for yesterday. My pleasure, Angelica. It's what we do. We connect with extraordinary music and we try to explain what makes it so special. Not in Puerto Vallarta. Doesn't matter, Harold. This is good. Another big box supermarket being built in Nuevo Vallarta. Nuevo Nayarit, formerly Nuevo Vallarta, near the Lago Real Mall. I don't know exactly where that is, but thank you for the tip. Let's see what else. Karen did her homework. I listened and watched all the Jose Jose videos that you listed on the show notes. You know, I did the same thing again, and I love the one beautiful thing about music, Karen, is that you talk about it, you think about it, and you appreciate it better when you go back to it. At least that is my experience. The abandoned building, asks Brad, what's going on? Well, they're turning it into something, you know, probably apartments. We don't know exactly what it's going to be, but by the time you get here, if you're not here, there probably will be a little bit more clarity there. Um, let's see. Carmen says hello from Fluvial. It's great to see you, amiga. Carmen has been busy with Oculto, her restaurant and cooking class experience, and I think that is absolutely wonderful. Um, there's a new bar that opened on Panama Street earlier this year. It features artisan Mexican beer, tequilas, raicilla, and other Mexican spirits that I had not heard of. All things Mexico. Website is El Tasting Room. Yes, that's right. El Tasting Room is between the Avenida Mexico and the beach. I think it opened last year. I don't know that it is new for this summer, or maybe it is. I'm not remembering. But yes, El Tasting Room is the name of that place. Thank you, Terry. Hot fish and chicks. I knew that. It was something like that. Jeannie says, you missed the meet and greets. Well, that's true, but we're going to have one in November. So hopefully friends will be able to join us that have been away. New Cuban restaurant on Amapas opens soon, says Dana Douglas. That will be interesting to see. I have not heard about this, but keep us posted. And Dave says, yay, a Vietnamese restaurant. Soft opening this week from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Vietnamese restaurant. Ooh, that may be a fun Sunday adventure for me. Thank you very much. I see a couple of islas, so that means that the next time I go into Emiliano Zapata, I'll bring my gear and I'll do an updated walk of Isla Rio Cuale. Thank you very much. Doody-doody-doo. Isla. Ooh, lots of people want to see what the Isla Rio Cuale looks like. Artisan bakery changed hands, of course. Absolutely. This is great. There is a Facebook profile here. I cannot look at it right now, but I'll be happy to take a look at it when we're done. Oh, Logan has just seen it. Let's faux PB. I love it. Let's faux PB. Yay, another business with an English name. In this country where Spanish is the national language. I love it. Yes, that was snarky, but I can be snarky, at least a little bit. Not much because we have background music going on. But Logan says, Let's Faux PV Vietnamese Kitchen, where Poblanos used to be, is doing a practice run this week with their breakfast menu and service 15% off the menu. Logan, what are you doing on Sunday? Let's do it. Oh, Sunday I already have breakfast plans. Never mind. Let's see what else we have. What? This I don't understand, Marie. Giants on the beach was shit down, then given a reprieve a few meters down from her original spot. Oh. Giants escaped from somewhere? Interesting. I haven't seen any giants lately, but that's good to know. Oh, gobbies. Gobbies, not giants. Thank you very much. That makes a lot of sense. I thought some giants had escaped from, Hobbitville or something. Gobbies. Yes. Do. Oh, Mateo says that the ruin will be called Lu'um, signature residences. What is with this trend of calling businesses and buildings names in English or names that nobody can pronounce? Where do you live? I live in Luum. Whatever. Let's see what else we have. Cuban restaurant has a cool mural with Celia Cruz. Very nice. I can't picture where this Cuban restaurant is, but thank you very much. Charles says, "What did I miss? What a great idea! Enjoyed it." Well, again, I have to love the fact. We have to love the fact that a lot of you are not English-speaking locals, but we don't love you any less, and you're probably curious about what we've been up to. So consider this, Charles, the Snowbird special episode. Next time that somebody asks, what's new in Puerto Vallarta, we will direct them to this episode. Giants escape from Hobbitville made me laugh out loud. Well, Michal, I haven't seen any giants roaming around. Oh my God. No, never mind. I'm not going to body shame anybody. But I have seen some giants on the beach, but not the kind that escape. You think Luum is Mayan? Okay, well, that makes it so much easier to pronounce, Mateo. And I'm being snarky again. I don't mean to. But again, these exotic names, I mean, are you more compelled to buy property in buildings just because they have exotic names? That's news to me. Anyhow, this was Coffee and Headlines. Yes, that's what we're called. Coffee and Headlines for Tuesday. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for contributing all these things that are new. Let us keep thinking of other things that are new, because these actually also help me come up with topic ideas of places to explore and things to do, and again, thank you so much for your contributions. This is a clear example of how you are this community, not me. You make this community special, and I am always grateful for that. So go on and have an amazing Tuesday, a hurricane-free Tuesday, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good one.